Biography of J.R.R. Tolkien. J.R.R. Tolkien, 1892 to 1973, was an English essayist, philologist and college teacher and writer of Lord of the Rings and The Hobbit, genuine works of art of phenomenal writing. In 1972 he was designated Commander of the Order of the British Empire by Queen Elizabeth II. John Ronald Reuel Tolkien, known as J.R.R. Tolkien, was brought into the world in Bloemfontein, South Africa, on January 3, 1892. Child of Englishman Arthur Tolkien, an investor who worked at Bank of Africa, and Mabel Suffield Tolkien, he lived in Africa due south until his dad's passing in 1896. That very year he moved with his mom and sibling to the city of Birmingham, England. His mom's change from the Anglican Church to Catholicism had a profound effect on him, and he likewise turned into an intense Catholic. In 1908 he entered Exeter College, Oxford University, and before long showed an interest in philology and in antiquated Norse adventures and legends. In 1904, after his mom's passing, Tolkien and his siblings were put under the watchful eye of Jesuit minister Francis Xavier Morgan, who Tolkien later depicted as a subsequent dad. He had practical experience in Anglo-Saxon dialects, German language and traditional writing at Oxford University. In 1914 he enrolled in the Lancashire Fusiliers. In 1916 he wedded Edith Bratt. Subsequent to serving in World War I, he proceeded with his etymology studies at the University of Leeds. Somewhere in the range of 1925 and 1945, he showed Anglo-Saxon language and writing at Oxford University, where he spent significant time in archaic writing. Hobbit. Subsequent to distributing the papers Sir Gawain and the Green Knight, 1925, and Beowulf, 1936, he started to make a legendary person enlivened by a middle-age epic adventure brimming with awesome components and fanciful creatures and universes. The novel called Hobbit, 1937, composed for youngsters, portrays the experiences of a tranquil and reasonable individuals who live in the legendary Center-Earth, along with mythical beings, trolls and entertainers. Master of the Rings. The Hobbit book was the beginning stage for a driven epic cycle that appeared with the set of 3 of The Lord of the Rings, 1954 to 1955, partitioned into 3 volumes. The Fellowship of the Rings, 1954. The Two Towers, 1954. The Return of the King, 1955. In contrast to The Hobbit, The Lord of the Rings is a book composed for grown-ups. The principal pivot of the story is a resistance among great and insidiousness. The work got wide acknowledgement during the 60s and turned into a book worshipped by perusers. J.R.R. Tolkien's action as a writer is indistinguishable from that of a philologist. His enthusiasm for old dialects, like Greek, Anglo-Saxon, Medieval English, Welsh, Gothic, Finnish, Ancient Icelandic, and Norwegian, drove him to make sounds and develop a language, following a thoroughly philological technique. In Lord of the Rings, Tolkien made a dream domain whose occupants are hobbits, little creatures who have their very own language with an impeccably evolved syntax. J.R.R. Tolkien died in Bournemouth, England, on September 2, 1973. J.R.R. Tolkien's work was adjusted and taken to the film under the course of Peter Jackson, in the set of 3, The Lord of the Rings, 2001, The Two Towers, 2002, and The Return of the King, 2003, and The Hobbit, 1. Unexpected Excursion, 2012. If you liked the video, leave your likes and subscribe to the channel, thanks.